Welcome back, everyone. What a week. For those in the Discord, shout out to you. This had to be one of the best weeks we have ever had in terms of a lot of different things. Not just crypto, not just the portfolio, even though the portfolio was up over $100,000 made in 5 days. I love it. The option plays I release also absolutely skyrocketing. I had one that was up at 1.600%. I know some of you went with me on that. Man, that was great. Now I want to start out with some shout outs for the Discord. Dr. Stock, one of our expert traders, absolutely crushing it right now. Bird in the hand. I like that. When do you take profit? When do you take losses? I actually, in the class library in here, I have lesson 16. It goes over exactly that. And it's one of my most powerful videos I have for the Discord only. Last 2 days, I like this Darth Flyer batting 100%. Wow, I love seeing that. Crystal in the house. Jez in the house. My plays from this week, two of them that absolutely clobbered it. This is a newer one, and then one from last week into this week, up 562%. I ended up closing that out as it was due today. So we'll see how the CVS does moving forward. Dr. No, another great week. We are absolutely on fire. Front and options, another expert trader in our Discord, dropping fire. Dr. Stock with a 94% intraday win. Andy in the house. Red Capper, let's go. Greatest show on turf. Gerg, let's go. Zenzillions, Hoff in the house, Lambo now. I like the idea of that Lambo now. So a lot of good things. If you guys want in here, I decided to do something. I don't do this often, but I am doing it. I'm giving everybody the opportunity that wants to try out the Discord. You can do this at a no-cost 3-day trial. First link down below. Once you click that, boom, you will see the 3-day trial here. Come on in and try for 3 days. Give it a shot. See what you think. Look around. Talk to the people. You get access to the portfolio, the breadbot charts, all of this and more, the 36 learning lessons, all of it. A ton, thousands of people for a good reason. It is one of the most action-packed Discords you will ever see. All right, and my results speak for themselves. I keep bringing you guys fire. 2495 up $264,000 in the last 10 weeks in this account and $100,000 in the other one. So in front of YouTube, we are now up roughly $364,000. At the end of this week, coming up, are we going to be able to break the $400,000 up mark, or are we going to have a pullback? That's the million-dollar question. I've been swing trading. Obviously, I sold at the top, bought back in at the lows, and now we're seeing a little bit of green in here moving back up. I'm looking for the big burst, though. I'm looking for the big run. I'm looking for the money to flow in. Right now, every crypto except the EZET is up. That's the power. That was the first one I did, too. So that's the power of DCAing. As you can see, if I would have just put it all in right there, I'd still be down. But the way I did it, I actually am up now before I even get back to the original price. That is how you do it. Now, let's talk shop. Let's get in there. Let's take a look. I like to do the Saturday video on the weekly candles. I like to come in here and say, look, we're almost through another week. What do we got? What are we looking at? And this can change, obviously, by the time you guys watch this. But there's a few things I noticed. And we're going to start with Ethereum. We're going to go over the big four. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and, of course, XRP. So as you can see, we've been slowly drifting higher. And we got into a nice little pump here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9 candles green. After that point, you had a lot of money being taken off the table there, some profits being taken. And the question gets you, what's going to happen next? Well, for me, this is plain and simple. You have a stock mode unicorn that happened here. Then you have rinse and repeat where we come out. And I'll show you exactly what I'm expecting. These are weekly candles, note you. And, of course, as you see here, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the next leg up as we go. Now, you might say, how far up, Mo? That's the beauty of this. Before the end of the year, I told you when it was $1,300 a piece that my end of year price was minimum. My base case was $4,500. And I had so many people screaming, no way. Why would you tell people that? Why would you do that? because I'm here to help people. There's no paywalls to see my portfolio or get my information. And I'm telling you this right now, I was 100% accurate. My charts are, in my humble opinion, the best out there. And if you've actually watched what I have shown, they have been absolute fire. I bought in when everybody was selling. Now everybody's buying back in after I already made a ton of money. That is what you're looking for. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive. And that's the beauty of our Discord. So, as you can see right now, what happened? Well, we got to get rid of these right here because I want you to see this. So if we go, it kind of starts with last week. If you look, we hit the 13 EMA. We actually pushed back up, had a little bit of a retest this week, and what do you notice? An engulfing candle. Majorly took out this candle and part of the week before candle. The only thing that would have been better is finishing above 46.11. That's okay though. This is a solid candle. At this point, you have the support that you can see plain and simple right around that 4100 for the weekly candles. Yeah, we got down there a few times. What did we hit? 3800, and this weekly candle 4000. Moving forward next week, I will tell you, I am expecting before the end of this year to get above the 4840 mark. Personally, I've been saying 4500 back in the beginning of the year. Now, as we get closer to the end of the year, my base price for the end of the year, we should be able to get into that 5,000 to 5,500 minimum. And for those asking, you know, your bullish case for Ethereum, where do you think it could go? 6,000 to 8,000 is what I've been researching, looking into. It would take a little bit of some positivity from the SEC, the Clarity Act, and a few governments around the world looking to get into crypto. All that happens, we get up to 8,000. I don't know if that'll actually happen. That's the most bullish case I have. But I do have it getting up there to the 5 to 6 range. I don't think that's going to be an issue. If the things we're looking for, staking allowed by the SEC, the Clarity Act gets approved, the spot ETFs for some of the altcoins get approved, all this and more should lead to more, and of course the government shutdown ends, the Fed continues the cuts, then we should run nicely. And it should be a really nice run. All right, so we move over, we go to XRP. Let's take a look at XRP, see how that is rolling right now. As you can see with XRP, we had that monster push up. Of course, we came down. We see this triangle of doom. Well, what do you notice here? We're starting to break out. Yeah, next week is going to be a monster week for this. If we finish and we get up there to that 312 or above, that gets us to the last line of defense for the bears. And if we confirm above there, we're going to all-time highs in my humble opinion. If we bounce back down, the 13 obviously has held as support. The 13 now is at 288. Anything under 288 on a confirmation means this is something different. If we continue higher, that's something good. This absolutely looks like that stock mode unicorn. Major blow off top, a little bit of profit take, a little consolidation, and now we're ready for the next leg higher. Q4 is here. We have been dealing with the issues of September. We're now in October, and I'm excited about it. For the first full week of October starting next week, I am expecting, hopefully the drama in DC doesn't overshadow it and push us down lower, but as long as they keep making a little bit of headway there, we should end up seeing a little bit of green. I am expecting once they announce some kind of deal down there that the markets will reward them. And that is one that I am watching. So XRP, I am expecting a retest of 312 soon, a finishing candle back up there soon. You can see that 4 out of 5 weeks we were there, and then another one, and then I am expecting to get back up there now. That moves us over to Bitcoin. I want to go take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly candle. What do you notice in here? Well, this was monster. If we finish this week above right here, let me just pull this up because this is plain and simple. Right there. If we finish above 119.5, like we are right here, I think over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will be at all-time highs. That means before the end of October, I am expecting all-time highs. And that means a candle getting up there above, what are we looking at, 120? I'm thinking 125 or above. By the end of the next, I'd say next week by October. In October, that's what I'm seeing. if this finishes like this. Very beautiful candle. Very beautiful candle. That's what I'm expecting. If we actually have a candle break back down below 119.4 though, that changes everything. So the only little thing I'm watching is if we get back below 119.4 in a finishing candle, that means we're back in the zone. If we get a nice move, like I just told you, I am more likely than not we're going to run up to all-time highs in October. It looks pretty plain and simple to me. Last but not least, did we hit the Solana up? We did not hit the Solana up. So Solana, wow, just crazy. So look at Solana. You guys can see the lines I got here. Beautiful bounce off the 13. We're moving up. I am expecting over the next few days, or next few weeks, I should say, next few candles, that we will be back up to 247 or higher. This is a beautiful setup. Everything so far looks great on the weekly candles. I did want to give you an update on that. They kind of, the further out you go, the better idea you have of this trend. This was getting nasty here, but this candle was a nice recovery off that 13. The pressure has relieved. We're at 61 on the RSI. This looks good. So I got to tell you, the Solana one is one that I absolutely like, to the point that I've been loading more up, and I'm looking to get even more because I think it's going to actually outperform the other three. Now, I don't know for sure, of course, and my risk reward is mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I am going to put more into Solana. I'm going to take some risk on this one. If you haven't done it, get over here, take advantage of the first link down below. Get that trial. No cost. You can come on in, check it out. That is, boom, right there. Join, get in there. If you want to join for a year, you can get 17% off right now. Click that as well. Second link down below gets you over to right here. You can sign up down below. You'll see something pop up here with the times and dates. Get in there. No cost there. That is an hour-long webinar, my 4-step framework for successful technical analysis. And then last but not least, the Moo. Man, they gave you an opportunity just for my viewers. This is exclusive. Deposit $2,000 or more. They have the 50 in NVIDIA stock and the cash rewards of 100. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. You can see what they're offering here. Really nice promo. Get in there and take advantage. You have to use the link, though. If you don't, you lose out on it. All right, that's all I got for you. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord.